Hello, everybody. Come on in. Go to the kitchen. Get yourself something to drink. Get yourself something to eat. Come on in. Have a seat. If you don't want to sit at the table, go in the living room. Put your feet up. We're gonna chill. As you can, as you can see, I have several boxes sitting beside me. I've got one, two, three, four. I got five. Two of them are huge. Two of them are huge boxes. And this shirt with the little picture of the llama on it. This was a gift. Um, I want to say maybe last year or the beginning of this year from a subscriber, and I wanted to wear it. I always wear it off camera, and it's like I should wear it on camera. But so these three up here at the top, I got one from Fiberspider, I got one from Kevin, and I got one from Heidi. Um, Me and Craig are really good friends. Kevin, of course, is um, the better half. And Heidi is just a subscriber friend. Her and her husband Rob, they're both crocheting. Well, Heidi crochets and has a channel. Her husband Rob is starting to crochet. He's learning and he has a channel. And he was on my live last weekend. And I'm planning another live this weekend. And I reached out to him and I reached out to Matt. So both of them, I just have to come up with the time. So I just want to make sure I'm not giving no addresses. Okay. Addresses on the bottom. This one is from Heidi. Let me check real quick. Okay. This one's from Heidi and Rob. And she had said that she had made me something. And I want to see it. And from what I can see from right here, it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Wait till you guys see it. Oh, up before I get into this, we have a little note. Russ, happy birthday. This blanket is 100% wool. Yes, I love wool. I use different types of Noro. I didn't remember which ones. I shipped the rest of it out before packing this. So she says, ask Shell. She got the rest of it. So, Shell, I'm coming to your doorstep. I hope you enjoy it. Heidi, the crocheted sunflower. Of course I'm going to love it. For one, it's 100% wool. I love 100% wool. I wish I could only have 100% wool, but I can't. And that's fine. But I still have my private stash. But look at this blanket, everybody. And this is made out of Noro yarn. So Noro is usually a thick and thin yarn. So, and it's like a round. It's almost like a mandala. Look at that. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Look at that. Look at the stitches. Look at that. Oh, and it's so warm. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, 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 ho. Ooh. And it is so nice. It's nice and big. I love the colors. Got kind of a folly. To me, it kind of resembles a little bit of fall. But yeah. Heidi, thank you very much. So, the kids are already trying to get into the box. Tippy is already in the box. Tippy, honey, come on. Can Daddy have his box back? She's like, no, Dad, you can't have the box back. Oh my goodness. So here's our CEO. Tippy. So last Monday was my birthday. A week ago, it was my birthday. And I got a notification from Hirschner's that um, it was like 99-cent shipping or something like that for just till the end of that day. So our fearless leader, Miss Tippy, she had to get on Hirschner's. Just had to. She, you know, she just had to. And she ordered some stuff for my birthday. So, Miss Tippy, Daddy loves her. There she is. There's our girl. There's our favorite CEO. You know you're loved. Can you tell she's loved? Of course. She's spoiled rotten. Are you gonna she cracks me up. Okay, and then here, right here at my feet, look at here. This is Mr. Rudy. Look at here, Mr. Rudy. He's been wanting some loving too. So dad's been trying to share some loving. He doesn't like the camera too much, but there he is. Daddy loves you. Yeah, this is our bud Rudy. He's just as big as Junior, and he's stout. He's not fat at all. He's solid muscle, just like Junior. Ain't that right, baby boy? Ain't that right, honey? All right, Daddy put you down, but you were right here at my feet, so that's what happens. So now I've got okay, we're gonna do this one. We'll do that one last. That one's from Kevin. So here, this one's from Craig. This one's from Craig, and I just have to turn it this way because of the address. Yeah, it has his PO box on it for his channel, but it's got my street address, so I can't show the address because only a handful of people know my actual address, and that's kind of how I want to keep it. That's why I got the post office box. All right. So tape, and I love that he puts stuff in a garbage bag. I love it. And it even smells scented. The garbage bag smells scented. Oh, thank you, Craig. Oh my gosh, thank you. I already know what it is. I knew it was a blanket just from looking at it, but oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. This is his tumbling blocks, the one that he did his tutorial on. Oh my gosh. This is his tumbling blocks. and I possess it. This is the one that he created for the thumbnail for the tutorial of the tumbling blocks. And I have it. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. And it smells so good. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. That is wonderful. We're going to put him over there. And we're going to use this garbage bag. We're going to put it to use so it don't go to waste. And, matter of fact, I can do a little bit of house cleaning. The first two gifts were fabulous. They were just fabulous. And, of course, I got the tape all stuck, right? Okay. So now, we have the third gift, and that's from Kevin. And all of these were for my birthday. All three of these were for my birthday. And Kevin ordered it in time, but coming from another country, things take a little bit longer, and that's totally fine. And he did tell me that I had a gift coming, but it was sitting in customs. Oh my goodness. Ooh. All right. I'm excited already. So, I got 2 mystery bags from Aberdeen wool. Nope. There's 4. There's 2 knit and 2 crochet. And here is one. We're going to open it up. I have no idea what yarn's in here because it's a mystery. I have no idea. We're going to find out. Maybe. Excuse me. Still getting over my cold. All right. Woo. Okay, we got some pretty stuff. Okay, so first we have some patterns. So this is a crochet. This mystery bag is a crochet because the patterns in here are for crochet, and they're nice. So this is a pattern that you can get from Barocco. So this is a pattern you can get from Barocco. You could visit Barocco's website, go to Ravelry and look up Barocco patterns. This one is for Premiere. I don't want to show the pad. I want to show the article or the item, but I can't show the pattern because I don't know if it's a paid pattern or if it's a free pattern. So I can't show the pattern. And this is from Patton's Cory Socks. And I can show you this version. It's the same version as what's on the front, but the front has a lot of instructions. But here, this don't have instructions. It just tells who designed the pattern, or who, I should say, who has the rights to the pattern. But those socks are cute. And these are crocheted. These are crocheted socks. So if you want a crocheted sock, look up Patton's Corey sock patterns. Okay? Now, we're going to set those aside. And we're going to look at the yarn. We're going to see what yarn is in here. And, oh my gosh. So, I've never seen this yarn. I've never touched this yarn. This is the first time I'm touching this yarn in my entire life. It's called Babe Soft Cotton Chunky. It's Euro Baby. There's the label. There's the label. And it's 55 acrylic, 45% cotton. It's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 153 yards, 140 meters. Suggested knitting gauge is a US 10. A crochet, they want you to use a 10.5 to a 13. And this is some nice cotton. If you like a thick cotton. This would make, you could make a dishcloth out of it. I wouldn't necessarily make a hot plate out of it because it has 45% acrylic. Acrylic does melt, so keep that in mind. You can use acrylic to wash your dishes or something, but do not put anything hot on it because it will melt. You need 100% cotton or 100% wool to make a trivet, or a wool cotton blend. But these colors are really pretty. And like I said, this is really soft stuff. And with it being a bulky 5, 153 yards, with the right stitch, you could probably make a small cowl out of this. That's really nice. Now, ooh, this is some nice yarn. And this is the Barocco Carousel. The Barocco Carousel. And look at them colors. Them are gorgeous. Now, this is a 2-weight yarn. And oh, do I like that. I'm sure it's not cheap because it's Barocco. I can smell the wool. Okay. So it's 52% wool, 48% acrylic. It's made in Italy. It's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 418 yards, 380 meters. They want you to use a 4 to a 6 knitting needle or a 3.25, 3.5. So my Aberdeen pickle jar yarn is a 2-weight, and I'm using a 3.5. And the stitches are coming out just fine. Stitches are coming out just fine at 3.5 for my tension. But this yarn is absolutely stunning. And it feels marvelous. And them colors are just gorgeous. And now we have, this is Barocco Comfort Sock. It's sock white yarn. It's 50% nylon and 50% acrylic. So people that can't have wool in their sock, this is an alternative. Since it's a 50-50 blend with a 50% nylon, it's gonna have a long-lasting effect. And for being a a nylon acrylic blend. This feels really nice. This would make a really nice pair of socks. And the color. It's like grays and greens. A little bit of purple in there. And it is Barocco comfort sock. It is a one weight, which typically sock yarn is. It's 447 yards, so there's plenty to make a pair of socks. And you can make a pair of socks out of this because it's wool and acrylic. It doesn't have nylon, but you could still make a pair of socks if you wanted to. So it's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 447 yards, 412 meters. Oh, excuse me. They want you to use a 3mm crochet hook. Oh man, I just can't get over this cold. They want you to use a 3 knitting needle. And so there is no color number or color name. It's just a number, and that is 1811. And the color of this is yet a color number, and it's 4447 on that one. And then this one, the color is 220. And I got 3 more of these. 2, 3, and 4. So I got 4 of these. So now, and with it being 153 yards, and I have 4, that's 600 yards of a bulky 5 weight. So I can easily make a scarf. I could easily make a cowl, and I could make a couple of cowls if I wanted to. Because this is some nice yarn. And like I said, I've never touched this yarn before. This is all new to me. That yarn's new to me. So we're going to have to... I knew about the Barocco Comfort Sock, and the carousel isn't... it's not new, but it is kind of new. Because I do like Barocco yarn. I'm going to holler out to Kevin for a second. So give me a second. Would you bring my battery in to me, please? Sorry, guys. I needed my battery. So, because I'm getting hot sitting here. Russell's getting rather warm. Oh, thank you so much. And I have... It's just a USB little fan. This is all it is right here. And it's USB, and I have a power bank that I got off of Amazon. And I got these off Amazon too. I actually have a light that plugs in to the external battery. And I have a couple of these fans. I have a couple of lights and a couple of these fans. And I do have a couple of these batteries. Because when the power goes out, you need... I mean, it's not going to be... I don't know how to... I mean, a couple of these batteries... It's just nice to, it's nice to have. Because, so, if the power goes out, we still have internet. I believe. We used to have internet when the power went out. But we would just plug in one of the batteries to the internet router, so we would still get the Wi-Fi throughout the house. And then, of course, there's no light, so that's why I got the little plug-in lights, so we can plug in a couple of lights into the external battery and hang them up, and we got light, you know. So here's mystery bag number 2. I don't know if this is a crochet one or if it's a knit one, but I'm telling you, these scissors aren't much better. I'm trying here. All right. So let's see what this might be knit. We'll see. So it's a Premier pattern. Ooh, Green Mountain Spinnery. So, nope, hook size. So this is crochet. They want you to use a 5.5. And this is from Green Mountain Spinnery. It's there we go. It's a nice little cowl. Very nice cowl. And let's see what this one is. So this is kind of this is a Barocco pattern, and it looks for like a water bottle. So it's like a water bottle, and this is a free pattern. So if you go to Barocco.com and look at their free patterns, this is called Terrarium. That pattern's called Terrarium. And then we have another one from Premier. And this is for a nice cowl. And there's that one. Kind of neat. So those are the patterns for that one. All right. So this battery didn't get plugged in. Okay, so now let's see what yarns we have in here. And right away, this is vintage yarn. Vintage yarn is fabulous stuff. Okay. Vintage yarn is fabulous. I gotta sneeze, and I apologize. So this is Barocco Vintage. These are anywhere from, $11, $14, depending on what yarn store you go to. Support your local yarn shop if you can. So this is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon, and it is a 4-weight. They want you to use a size 7 knitting needle. They have symbols for both knitting. They don't have one for crochet. My guess is it's 218 yards, 200 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. But you could easily use uh, 5 millimeter crochet hook, 4.5 millimeter, and I would use a 5 knitting needle to do this. Um, it's made in Peru, and the color is 5176, and I have 2 of them. So that's 400 yards easily to make a scarf. I easily can make a scarf. I could even do fingerless gloves. With it having 40% wool, it would make a really nice glove. It feels wonderful. It really feels fabulous. Okay, so let's see what else we have in here. So here's another comfort sock, and this one's in solid gray. 50% nylon, 50% acrylic. Color number is 1713, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 447 yards, 412 meters. It's a one weight because it is sock. They want you to use a 3 millimeter crochet hook or a 3.25 knitting needle, which I don't agree with that at all. My guess would be you'd probably want, yeah, you're going to want like a 1.5 or a 2 knitting needle to knit with this. A 3, I think, is going to be too big unless you want something kind of not so tight. But if you're making socks, you want to go now. But this is some really nice yarn. I like that. Now, let's see. Ooh. So I got 2 of these. So this is the Baroque Carousel. I'm loving that. So I got 2. Very nice. And I can smell the wool. I wouldn't care if I got more of that. I wouldn't care if I received one of those carousel in every bag I got. That's nice yarn. Okay. So now number 3. So this one should be knitting. Maybe this one's going to let me tear. Oh, there it is. Okay. This one let me tear it. Ooh, I can see some fancy stuff in here. I can see some fancy stuff. So let me fold this in half so I don't show the pattern. That's the pattern that come with it. And it's called The September Sunrise Shawl by Mary Hale. Cast on 5 stitches. So that's the setup. So it looks like there's 10 setup rows and then the main pattern. And then you got the finishing rows. Very nice. Very nice. Now let's see what we got. KFI Collection. Sock Intelligence Organic. Organic Merino Wool Blend. This is some nice stuff. Very nice stuff. Look at the color. Oh, that'd make some beautiful socks, I'm telling you. So this is 75% organic wool, 25% polyamide. Polyamide is like nylon. It's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 459 yards, 420 meters. They want you to use a size 1 to a 3 knitting needle, and they want you to use a B through an E crochet hook. Um, I just find it very hard to believe, unless you're just an extremely, extremely tight knitter, to use a 3. It is a 1 weight. Um, Mount Aberdeen is the color, and it's color number 102. And I love the feel of this. See, even though it's scratchy, I so could make a scarf out of this or a cowl and be just fine. Wool does not bother me. I love wool. I would love to. I've got a lot of wool yarn. I have a lot of 100% wool yarn. I do. Ooh. Okay, now this is some. Ooh. So we'll get into this in a second. So this is KFI Luxury Collection Indulgence Brushed Merino Extra Fine Merino Wool Blend. Oh my gosh. It's 60% merino wool, 40% acrylic, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 219 yards, 200 meters. They are calling it a bulky 5. Even though, let's see. Let's see if I can grab something. Okay, so here we go. So we all know that that is not a bulky 5, but they have to classify it as a bulky 5 because of all the little hair. If you knit with a 3mm crochet hook or a size 2 knitting needle, it's going to mat all the little fuzzies. You don't want to do that in your project. So you have to go up in size, so that way it gives room in between for your little frizz. This yarn I would not suggest to use if you are a beginner or unexperienced crocheter or knitter, because the little fuzzies are not forgiving. So as you have to frog out, it does not like to be frogged out. So you really want to take your time and use it slow. Don't be in a hurry. Um, so there's 219 yards. They want you to use a size 9 knitting needle or 8 crochet hook. And this color is called Rose Juliet, and it's color number 2. And it is like 3 different colors. It looks like a darker gray here, a lighter, and then you got the pink. I have 2 of them. How wonderful is that? And they are from the same dye lot. So that makes it wonderful. That's awesome. Okay, so looks like there's one more down. Nope. There was 2 more down in there. Okay, LRA. Oh my gosh. This is like butter in your hands, everybody. LRA is beautiful yarn. It is not. It's not the most expensive yarn, but it's not the cheapest yarn. You're going to be right there in the middle with LRA, depending on what LRA it is. LRA is really nice yarn, and I got 2 of them. And look at the color; it's a beautiful brown, and you already can tell it's a thick yarn. And this is LRA Cozy Alpaca Chunky. So this is going to be on the pricier side of the LRA because of the for one, it's alpaca, and two, it's chunky, and there's a lot of yardage here. So let's read some specs. It's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 120 yards, 110 meters. It's 70% acrylic, 30% alpaca. They want you to use a size 9 knitting needle, and they want you to use a 10.5 crochet hook. And it's made in Peru. And it's made in Peru for knitting fever. Knitting fever, KFI. But I've got 2 of these. That's 240 yards. This would make a fabulous scarf or a fabulous shawl. Wonderful stuff, everybody. There was a lot of yarn. There was a lot of yarn in that mystery bag. There was a lot of yarn in all of these mystery bags. And these mystery bags are from Aberdeen. Aberdeen is back up and running. I believe regular schedule. Everybody that was waiting on an order, I believe it has shipped. So we have one more. I'm going to have to do this in 2 videos because this video here is already 42 minutes long, and I've got this mystery to do, but I've got 2 big boxes of yarn over here. That's just like that's a lot to be crammed in one video. So I'm going to do this segment separate. I'll do my yarn segment separate. Okay? And of course, with it being the weekend, Russ will be going live as well as my videos. So let's see what else. Let's see what we have. I can already see 2 of the same. And we got some patterns. So this is called Birch. Ooh. I like that pattern. That'd make a good blanket pattern. My mind. So there's that. That is a wonderful pattern. It's called Hand Knitting Things. And then let's see. Here's this one. This is called Just Try It. And that is a really nice looks like a neck warmer. And then we have some comfy mittens. And we got some comfy mittens. Okay, there's some patterns. So we got some more vintage yarn. I made a sweater out of vintage. I hand knitted a sweater out of vintage yarn, and it was in yellow. but it's vintage yarn. It's 52 acrylic, 40 wool, 8 nylon. It's a 4-weight yarn. They want you to use a 7 crochet hook or an 8 knitting needle. 218 yards, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 200 meters. And it's made in Peru. And the color is Tang. And the color number is 5164. And I have 2 of them. So that's 400 yards. A scarf easily. Especially knitted. Now, this is Barocco Ultra Alpaca Natural. All undyed fibers. I love the color. Look at that color. That is just gorgeous. And it's 50% fine alpaca and 50% Bavarian wool. Hand wash only, of course. It's 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 219 meters. 219 yards, 200 meters. They want you to use an 8 crochet hook. Nope. 8 knitting needle and a 5mm crochet hook. About the same. That don't make sense, but I love that smell. It's 219 yards. You can make something. And then here we go. This is another Ella Ray. This is a very, very nice box of mystery yarn. So this is Ella Ray. Colors number 28. And the color name is Midnight. Echo. This is Ella Ray Echo Tweed. And you can see the Echo Tweed. It is a tweed. 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 328 yards, 300 meters. It is a 3-weight yarn, and I'll agree with that. So it's 75% merino, 25% polyamide. And they want you to use a 3.75 or a 4.5 crochet hook, and the same for a knitting needle. They're both the same. Merino, and there's how many? So 328 yards, depending on the stitch. If it was a basic back and forth, just a plain knit stitch, stockinette stitch, and you didn't make it too wide, you could make a scarf out of that. Easy. So those are my 4 mystery bags from Aberdeen Wool. I love them. And I love my 2 blankets that I got for my birthday. So this is going to end. I'm going to end the video, and I'm going to make another one to showcase my birthday yarn. Okay? Well, anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some love. And you always can send me an email. You can send me, you can put a comment in the box. I do respond. It might be a little slow, but, I do get back to you. But anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video, okay? Bye, everybody.